are the 10 craziest and kinkiest erotic fantasies in forbidden or in public places. Why do we fantasize about having intimate relationships in public? Is it because of the adrenaline rush that comes with the possibility of getting caught? Is it because it pushes us outside of our comfort zones? Is it because it shakes up our normal erotic routine? Having sex in public places is one of the top sexual fantasies for men and women. According to a survey conducted by social psychologist and sex expert Dr. Justin Lemuel, PhD, 81% of men and 84% of women have been turned on by the thought of public sex. I am Alice, and I am a psychologist that studies also sexology, and today's video is episode number 3 of the series Erotic Fantasies in Forbidden and in Public Places. In this video, I'll speak about other 10 craziest and kinkiest erotic fantasies in forbidden or in public places that most women and men have. Another very common fantasy that most women and men have is to have erotic, intimate relationships in forbidden places and in public places. Today I'll offer you practical step-by-step advices about how to put in practice the woman's fantasy, but also your man's fantasy of being intimate in forbidden places or in public places. So follow me till the end of this video, because at the end of my video I'll give you practical details about crazy places where you can try to fulfill your woman's fantasy or your man's fantasy, where you can try to have intimate relationships. Ooh. The following are some of the craziest places you can be intimate in. Proceed with caution. Let's go straight to number 1 crazy, kinky, forbidden place or public place where you can have intimate relationships. 1. A Ferris wheel. A Ferris wheel is definitely a crazy place to have sex, especially because your movement is limited. A larger Ferris wheel with a car that fits more than 2 people is probably the best bet. And you can sit on your partner's lap. Save your naughty activities for when you're higher than other cars. However, don't go anywhere, because I'll be back with other amazing secrets. I'm a psychologist, I'm studying sexology, and let's go back to the craziest and kinkiest erotic fantasies in forbidden or in public places. Number 2, an airplane. Yes, sex on an airplane might be cliché, mile-high club, anyone? But people still find this to be a great place to have sex. Meet your sweetie in the bathroom. Let's hope you can both fit in the small bathroom of the airplane. The limited space may mean that you have to find a good position. The bodyguard position works best here. Or on a very long flight, while everybody is sleeping and also the flight attendants are resting, you and your partner can lay down on 3 or 4 unoccupied seats in each other's arms, cover yourself with a blanket. You can try the spoon position, and in silence you know how to go on. Try not to awaken the whole airplane with your moans or with your too passionate movements. When love goes wrong, nothing goes right, isn't it so? When love goes wrong, Alice is the key of your relationship. My name is Alice, and I'm dating a relationship coach. I want to bring value to your life. My mission is empowering you to create and live the life you love, the relationship that you love. This channel is all about helping you to build great sensual relationships so you can grow happy together with your partner. If you want to make your love life the best part of your life, hit the subscribe button, like and share this video to people who might need it. Please watch this video till the end, because I reveal you some powerful psychological tips and really practical step-by-step suggestions about how to fulfill your partner's fantasies, about how to put in real life some of these erotic fantasies. Be careful, use these tips only if you really want your partner for a long-term relationship, or if you want to marry that person, because if you use my techniques, your partner will obsess over you. A quick disclaimer. I want to underline this. I'm a psychologist. I'm sure that you, my audience, my viewers, are smart, and that you do not identify me with everything that I reveal you in my videos. I reveal you information given by surveys, information that I've studied about, info that I've read about. I want to be a correct psychologist and to offer you kind of all the information that we psychologists know so far. Even if I don't agree with some of this information, even if I agree with other information, I want to be correct and to offer you all the information that I know about this topic. But it is your personal choice if you use this info, when you use this info, with whom you put in practice this info. Now, let's continue our today's topic. Are there 10 craziest and kinkiest erotic fantasies in forbidden or in public places? One of the most important fantasies of a woman, but also of a man, is to have erotic relationships in forbidden places and in public places. I started a series of videos that has the subject erotic fantasies that most women and men have, as the studies and the psychological surveys show. If you want to know more about erotic fantasies, watch my video number 1 on this topic called 10 romantic forbidden places to have intimate relationships in, or my video called 15 erotic fantasies in crazy forbidden places or in public places. A quick warning about sex in public places. While this guide includes some suggestions of where you can have sex in public, be smart about it. Getting caught might mean you're arrested and fined for indecent exposure. The laws and punishments vary, so find the laws for your country, city, state or county and abide by them. At the very least, make sure that you never have sex close to vulnerable or unwilling participants, which can spell serious trouble. Do these fantasies in public places at your own risk. Having sex in public has long been associated with exhibitionism and swingers, but it's actually a very common sexual desire for women, but also for men. Let's go back to other craziest and kinkiest erotic fantasies in forbidden or in public places, and we are at number 3, the side of a cliff. If you're an avid climber and you know that some people sleep suspended from the side of a cliff during their climbs, you may even be one of them. It's not a stretch to wonder if you could have sex while suspended. The answer is maybe, but is not without risks. So, you'll need a hanging tent that can support the weight of yourself and your partner, and you're trusting. Plus, you have to work around safety ropes and mechanisms and ensure that your body and all your gear remain on the structure. Then, finally, sex that causes sweating could mean you need to drink more water, something that it is limited supply during climbings and during climbs. If this experience is too risky for you, you can just try to be intimate with your partner on the top of a cliff, like a gift for the both of you after the hardest climb. The best view comes after the hardest climb, and in your case, you will complete the best view with the best sex match after the hardest climb. 4. An igloo. Most people are aware of the snow structures traditionally used by the Inuit people who live in the far north for temporary protection from the elements. A well-built igloo is quite warm inside, so you could have sex in one. Now, you're unlikely to find a traditional igloo, but you might find one or similar lodging for rent near the Arctic or when visiting other cold countries during the winter time. 5. An ambulance. Who says ambulances are only for saving lives? If you have sex in one, you might just make a life. Unless you're trying not to get pregnant, in which case you should use a condom. The back is already outfitted with a gurney, though it might not be the most comfortable place to have sex. Now, most people don't have access to an ambulance, but if you or your partner is an emergency or a medical worker, you might just be able to pull it off. 6. An abandoned building. Whether it's a home or a warehouse, an abandoned building could be a fun place to have amazing sex. Be careful and choose a building that's structurally safe. You don't want it falling down around you. Because there might not be a place to safely lay down, try the standing sex positions. So, what exactly is it about getting frisky outdoors that makes so many people so aroused? Why do people enjoy to have intimate relationships in public? Before I talk about the psychology behind enjoying public sex, I feel obligated to express a disclaimer. Public sex is something that should only occur between consenting adults. Of course, the possibility of getting caught is part of the thrill, but you should not purposely subject unwilling participants to your sexual escapades. In other words, don't have sex in public if you know people can see you. If voyeurism is something that you want to explore, it's best to go to a sex or swingers club or invite someone new into your bedroom. Voyeurism means being watched during sex or watching others having sex. The psychology behind sex in public. According to philosophy professor Dr. 𝐏𝐻𝐿, PhD, having sex in bed is familiar and comfortable. For long-term partners, this can often result in mundane sex, falling asleep quickly afterward, and sex that just feels like part of a routine. During outdoor sex, there is no danger of falling asleep, as lovers experience feelings of adventure and risk that enhance sexual desire. Dr. 𝐏𝐻𝐿 also says that sex outdoors often comes with an uplifting feeling of victory and defiance. Having sex outside is risky and rebellious. It results in an exciting rush of adrenaline. What do you think about having sex in public? Is it something you've always wanted to try, or you have already checked it off the list? I'd love to hear your stories. Now, kinky places to have sex. If you already think that the places to have sex in public that I listed above were pretty kinky, then your mind will be blown by the following suggestions. I bet they bet most people's idea of the craziest place to have sex. 7. A dungeon. What's kinkier than sex in a dungeon or BDSM route that is normally reserved for bondage? If you find the dungeon idea interesting, you can try to find an abandoned dungeon in the surroundings of your city, or you can also find kinky venues that rent spaces. Some fall under the category of dungeons or play spaces, while others are more like kinky bed and breakfast. Do you think that a dungeon is a kinky place? We psychologists have even heard about people having fantasies in churches or in a coffin. Oh my God! What do you think about these fantasies? 8. The front door. It depends on where you live, but it might not seem too crazy. But surprising your partner with having sex as soon as one of you walks in the front door will definitely make the experience more intense. In fact, I'll bet that you'll add this place to your list as soon as you try it. 9. A dark alley. It's dark. It's a summer warm night, you're walking hand in hand and you start to feel horny because perhaps you are a little drunk, which makes an alley outside the bar or your building seem like a good place to lift the skirt and to... Perhaps you want to surprise your partner, and after scouting the surroundings, you can passionately push your partner against the wall. You may kiss your partner passionately, lift the skirt, and right now, right here on the street. You know how to go on. You don't have to finish everything, but just feeling the thrill can make you feel so alive. 10. A hospital. Imagine yourself spending most of your week in a hospital room, but not having serious health problems. At some point, when you spend more time in the hospital than outside the hospital, you tend to get urges. If you're on the patient side, please take care, cause you might be connected to any monitoring device. You might be embarrassed when you discover that people knew what you were doing. A small piece of advice. If you're a patient and the doctor puts you on telemetry, it means that the medical team is continually monitoring your heart rate, rhythm remotely from the nursing station. If there are acute changes in your heart rate, the machine alerts the medical team and the nurses promptly check your room to make sure you're okay. Sexual activity, both self-administered or being together with your partner, will cause your heart rate to increase rapidly. It may trigger the telemetry machines and a visit from your care team. Not knowing this bit about telemetry has caused many embarrassing moments late at night. You've been cautioned. If you're not connected to telemetry and if there is no other patient in your hospital room, then your partner may come one evening to visit you and to ward you during the nighttime. And when there is only the two of you in your hospital room, you can hide under the blanket and you know how to go on. On the other side, hospital staff, no matter if a doctor or an auxiliary, spend hours after hours together, often more time than with their spouses, if there are spouses or a special partner back home. Most of those hours are intense and with a very high emotional charge. People die, people are born, people get together, people fall apart, people get to know each other, people become friends, people become foes, people observe families with family moment or getting destroyed or having happy moments. There is a lot more to working in a hospital than prescribing pills, administering them, order exams, operate on people. Any human being will suffer when exposed to an hospital working environment if not properly trained or coached. That's why some health workers seem to have their heart hardened for their protection. Often a nice co-worker from the hospital becomes a friend, a confidant, all the mentioned, or simply a sex buddy. A mean to release tension. That's why there are so many marriages between health workers, affairs between colleagues. They understand each other and need a moment when they can feel human, warm again, and can leave their guards down. Because if you spend your whole day working in a hospital without any protection, your psyche will eventually get damaged. Is this a good way to have sex with a co-worker to escape from all of what happens in a hospital? I personally don't think so, and I didn't do it while working in a hospital, but I don't condemn who does it. This series of videos will continue, so follow my future videos to find out about the crazy and kinky places to have intimate relationships, about best places to have car sex. Hopefully this partial guide has given you some inspiration for some public, romantic and crazy places to have sex. Even if you thought you already knew the best places to have sex, you might have been surprised by some of the suggestions of my list. Did I miss something? Your favorite place to hook up? Let me know in the comment section below. Subscribe and follow me on my YouTube channel because I'll continue this series of videos about women's fantasies, but also about men's fantasies with such amazing practical advices. My personal advice: be unique, be special, be different so that you make the person that you are dating with, that you are married with, insatiable for you. My love for you, insatiable. If you subscribe to my channel, you will motivate me to create videos with even better content. So please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Alice the Key of Your Relationship, like and share this video to people who might need it. You can also follow me on Facebook and Instagram. I can't wait to see you in my future videos. Kisses! Goodbye!